Teachable Moments are brought to you by Doyle & Associates Private Wealth Management with Investors Group Financial Services Incorporated. Do you think it's easy for families to talk about their estate planning wishes?
Depends on how families communicate. I think that if you're not threatened and don't feel like your children are moving in on your assets and your family is trying to gain, your wealth for the wrong reasons, and then I think that it's not hard.
No, I don't. And the reason I don't is because my wife just died and we've been beginning to talk about this, and no, it's not easy.
You know, I think a lot of people look at it as being something of a confidential nature.
Do you think families should talk about their estate planning wishes with their family members and loved ones?
I think it depends on how comfortable you are. I am the living will, in charge of the living will of my parents. And then it's just now starting that I'll be in charge with my brother and sister for our estate planning and all the other parts of the will and stuff.
Some members of the family might think it's wise to do a certain thing, and then you'll have other members of your family who think that that's totally out of line. You know, they're afraid they might not get something.
Why do you think it's so hard for families to talk about estate planning?
Maybe if there's areas where they don't have a lot to leave, or they've made bad choices along the way and there isn't a lot to talk about. Some areas estate planning requires you to have some kind of estate.
Well, if you were to start talking about estate planning when everybody was young and very healthy, it would probably be quite easy because there'd be no immediacy to it. But if you actually choose to do this immediately after somebody's died, it's very difficult because it brings up all sorts of memories.
There's an old adage that if you want to keep peace with friends and family, you should never talk about politics or religion. But there's another one that doesn't get enough attention, and that's estate planning. There's something about dividing the estate of a family member that has passed away that can bring out the fight and turn loving families into hateful combatants. We're positive you don't want this to happen to your family after you're gone, but you'd be surprised how difficult it is for many to initiate the estate planning conversations. When it comes to planning your estate, speak to a financial planner about how they can help.
Teachable Moments are brought to you by Doyle & Associates Private Wealth Management with Investors Group Financial Services Incorporated.